Good morning, folks. On today's edition of Garden and Fens, there'll be 3 videos. One will be on using mist on young seedlings, one will be red beet sowing, and one will be garden design. That's all for now, folks. Good morning, folks. On today's edition of Garden and Fens, what I'm just going to quickly talk to you about, just do a brief video, okay, is using mist on young seedlings. The reason it is important to use a mist, if possible, like this, what I've just got here, okay, which I've got my shower heads on a little pair of step ladders. Just got a brick holding the trigger down, okay. The whole, and you can say it's doing a fine job. The mist is just drifting it up there nicely. Now the whole idea of that is basically because with young seedlings you don't want to be slapping them down with big droplets of water, because what you do, you basically damage the seedlings, and you basically, you know, it doesn't do much good for them. It's still a drink, but it doesn't do much good. You're just best to use a fine mist like this, you know. I mean, it's doing a really good job, you know. And the wind, it doesn't matter if it's a little bit breezy, because, you know, if you've got like 2 plots either side of it, it'll then do that as well. So basically, you know, I had a hose lock, one of the round sprinklers once with a mist on it, and it went, you know, it came out there a lot faster and a lot finer, and it done a really good job. So we'll be looking at getting one of them. But that's basically just a short video on using a mist on young seedlings, folks. That's all for now. Back again, folks. What we're now going to do is we're now going to sow some red beet. Okay, we're going to sow some more beetroot cardle. Okay, that's nice variety. So it's an F1 cardle hybrid. You can see it there. Right. You can see here, they've got there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 rows. Okay, when you look at them, they are equally spaced. Now that is for precision hoeing. Okay, so they're easily, you know, they're marked out, you know, just right. So, you know, so the hoe just fits up there nicely, just sort of out there. So it goes up there nicely whatsoever. So we'll get these sowed, and then we've got another little plot to clear, or another little plot to do. So we're going to start making soon a cultivator. Now we might design it, we might, you know, because what's going to happen is, okay, basically this design, okay, that I have, it's basically 7 of the Wolf Carton millers, which is the blade and crumbler, put on a bar, okay, with 2 wheels, 2 stabiliser wheels, okay. Now the millers, they will be spaced, so they'll be like that sort of gap, okay, so they can go up there nicely, you know. So there'll be 7, so you'll have one on the outside, one here, one there, So it'll be like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So that'll probably do this lot. And then you probably have a wheel here, probably a wheel there, and a wheel there. So you'd have, you know, just to keep it at, you know, decent level. But also, you know, it would be set at one depth, which will be something like that. Okay. So that's always, so, you know, hopefully, you know, we can get it made and that'll work. Because, you know, next year I want to, that'll be different to how I do things. So, because there'll be quite a lot of plots next year, like what we've got now. So the time has sort of come, you know, for Hohen to sort of change, really. That, so because what we're going to do later on, we'll start designing for next year. I'll do a video on that. Okay. So it's already having 7 rows, but I was just getting that middle one, the middle 4. I don't take too long, so I mean these are not dress, which I'll tell you why they're in, because I got them off Amazon. So, but I'll definitely be dressed next year if I have to buy them from Unwins or the garden centre. So, I mean, because dress seed, all dress seed is better, because you know, the dressings, they do prevent a lot of problems. They do help with things, so you might get a coating of a feed on there. You know, so that's what some of these dressings do have. So like all the seeds I get from, which I've started having from moles, they're dressed. They come in a coating. You know, some stop pests, some stop bolting, some aid germination. You know, the coatings vary. You know, and I'm pretty sure if you look carefully, or you go on the net and look up, you know, the coatings, that'll tell you what they do. So, I mean, you probably think it's a bit late to sow red beet. It is, but basically, you know, if we can cover these up winter time, and hopefully we won't have a bad winter. But no, my luck. Well, that's why we'll not put brassicas in the ground anymore, sort of this time of the year. I done it, I think was it a couple of years ago, and they all bolted springtime. You know, because I was under fleece or plastic sheeting, and I thought, sod that, you know, because it's a waste of stuff really when you think about it. Get some more red beet. Yeah, so everything's coming on quite nicely actually now. So we're looking to potatoes sort of lift this lot over on the right here, the valor and all that, lift that earlier on. So because what we're going to do is put another 2 plots in, but we're going to grow, you know, some shallots, and there'll be like a little plot of shallots, a little plot of overwinter onions, But what I'm going to do, I'm going to up that over the little plot near the cesspit there. I'm going to sow some, be a little plot there, but there'll be overwinter onions from seed. So, and there'll be some spring ones as well. As in, like, you know, we sow springtime. So, that's all for now, folks. So that's another lot of red beet sown. So, and that's all that will be sown. That'll be the last lot sown now, so that's all for now, folks. See you later. Hello, folks. Just thought I'd have a chat, really. Sort of a brief sort of catch up on how things are going, really. So, we got the. So we got near what we got 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 little plots here. Okay, at the minute. With the creation of these ones at this week, these 3 in here. So we've got these plots. We've got to make another one up there, as I just said in the red beet video for sowing. So got to make one for some onions. Tomatoes are coming on really well. As I've mentioned that in the update, they're coming on just nicely. I've got to just snip one out because that's now going stupid. I don't know if anyone's mentioned or had the problem this year, but what I found is with some of the tomatoes, there's been a mutant flower. Now what I mean by mutant flower is you get a flower that's about the same size as a 50p piece. Now when this flower dies and the fruits come out of it, there's 3, 4, sometimes 5 fruits come out of it and merge into one. Now this is the first year that I've had this problem. I know this is even the second year in growing tomatoes, but this is my first year that I've had this problem, and I can't understand why. And I'm just wondering if anyone else has had this problem where they have basically had a mutant flower and several fruits come out of it. You know, it's mind-boggling really, because you know, I'm not too sure on what's caused it. Sorry about that, a bit of mist. What's causing it? So, but I've got to snip the mutant flower fruits out. So there's that to do. The one thing I have been just doing just of late is when I've been watering the tomatoes, I've been feeding them as well with seaweed enriched plant food by Growshaw. What I've done is anything I've had left over, I've put in a couple of the bean hanging baskets. Now one of them is the purple cascade on the just on your corner when you go, just on the corner on the left when you go into the polytunnel, and the second one down, which is a cobra on the left. And so far what I've noticed is that they look, it's a lot more sort of fresh growth, and they look a lot more healthier. So, you know, which you can use it on hanging baskets. So, so that's what I might have actually done. So, we've been just spraying we've had a little bit of a rabbit problem. Just the old rabbit. Yesterday morning there was a rabbit hole up there. So, but I've covered that up. We've been using the organic bug stuff, and that's not doing too bad actually, folks. So, as I said, potatoes there, they're coming on. There's nothing else I can really do about them, just spray them and that really. This lot will be harvested first up here. So you get sort of end of August, you know, they'll get done with Moxone, which is another weed killer, or Reglone, which is another weed killer. It doesn't take the root out, it just takes the foliage. And then what happens is that then allows for the skins to set. So then they go from their new potatoes to main crop, you know, because the skin is now hardened. So they've now got, you know, when you peel you get a skin. The Sapo Miras and Sapo Exona, they won't be harvested until October. Probably end of October, because I looked the other day and there's getting some real good sizes on there, so they won't be lifted. Not, we'll push just as much, see what we can get off them, because they're on really good soil, nice light soil, so we should be able to get a real big crop. The Cara and the Kestrel, the Saxon and Romano will basically be harvested throughout September, because they're slowly dying off because they ain't had no water, which I can't do nothing about because we don't pay for the water. So when we're going to get a bill if we start all that. Tomatoes in the polytunnel are coming along really well. So they're coming in the greenhouse. They're coming on really well. I've now got to start nipping the odd top out of one of the tomatoes, or odd tomato in the polytunnel. It's getting too tall now. Peppers are coming along nicely. There's some little fruits on there, so they get watered and fed. So probably get another feed today, but a small amount. I'll probably do half the cap. But what I might do is rinse the little handheld sprayer out here, the little spray gun, put some feed in there and spray it on, and see what it's like taking it in like that with a fine mist. So I've got to go and get some comfrey a bit later on. So we've got some plants at the top of where I take the dog for a walk. So I'm going to pick the leaves off there. Plus I need a small batch. Of comfrey tea. But that's something I want to try. Because if I can sort of go to more organic ways, I'll try both feeds. But what I have noticed is when it comes to using the organic bug stuff as well as the proper stuff, it seems to have sped the process up and working. So it's another trial, but this stuff, the proper stuff I've just used just lately, it's cleaned them up just within a day. But I've just got the little centres to do, and that's basically it, really, folks. So just a bit of a brief chat, really, and a bit of a brief catch up. So we'll be back a bit later on for a garden and design lesson. So on paper. So we'll see you later, folks.